好的开始是成功的一半。
Starting well is already halfway there, towards the goal.
You can't know anything unless you have the definition right.
So, where does it begin?
When all else failed, follow direction.
That means, go to the basic, the origin, the beginning, and the end, well before the grand failure.
It begins with a definition, to gain correct understanding.
And the definition is, the founding knowledge, kept in the word, in the beginning, and the end.
There is nothing defined, outside or before, the beginning.
Neither is there any after, as original as the beginning. Now, it is never too late to start with the word, in the beginning. I am, the word. I am, in the beginning. I am, the definition. I am, that I am. Let's define something more relevant to you. It is about your life. Who you are, and who you are not. I am, the way, the truth, and the life. I define life and death, success and failure, prosperity and poverty. I give direction and instruction for life defined in the word.
So, what is the definition of success and prosperity?
Success and prosperity are not measured by
How much you have,
how much you made,
or how well you decorate your front.
Success and prosperity are measured by how close you have achieved in making things happen for a meaningful and better tomorrow against the issues of life. Make the right choice in returning to be who you are. He who knows not, and knows not, he knows not. He is a blind fool. Shun him. He who knows not, and knows he knows not, he is simple. Teach him. He who knows, and knows not he knows. He is asleep. Awaken him. He who knows, and knows that he knows, he is wise. Follow him. I am the way, the truth, and the life. Follow me.
There is choice between life and death.
I am the word. That said, choose life.
a choice between I am versus me, mine, I.
There were 6 blind men who grew up in a village in India, and the community kept them safe and shared with them many stories. The men were curious about many of the stories they heard, but they were most curious about elephants. Based on the stories that each of them had heard, they argued about what elephants must be like. The community grew tired of these arguments and arranged for the men to visit the palace, where they were greeted by an old friend from their village who worked as a gardener on the palace grounds. Their friend led them to the courtyard. There stood an elephant. The blind men stepped forward to touch the creature that was the subject of so many arguments. The first blind man reached out and touched the side of the huge animal. An elephant is smooth and solid like a wall, he declared. It must be very powerful. The second blind man put his hand on the elephant's limber trunk. An elephant is like a giant snake, he announced. The third blind man felt the elephant's pointed tusk. I was right, he decided. This creature is as sharp and deadly as a spear. The fourth blind man touched one of the elephant's four legs. What we have here, he said, is an extremely large cow. The fifth blind man felt the elephant's giant ear. I believe an elephant is like a huge fan, or maybe a magic carpet that can fly over mountains and treetops, he said. The sixth blind man gave a tug on the elephant's coarse tail. Why, this is nothing more than a piece of old rope. Dangerous indeed, he scoffed. The gardener led his friends to the shade of a tree. Sit here and rest for the long journey home, he said. I will bring you some water to drink. While they waited, the six blind men talked about the elephant. An elephant is like a wall, said the first blind man. Surely we can finally agree on that. A wall? An elephant is a giant snake, answered the second blind man. It's a spear, I tell you, insisted the third blind man. I'm certain it's a giant cow, said the fourth blind man. Magic carpet, there's no doubt, said the fifth blind man. Don't you see, pleaded the sixth blind man. Someone used a rope to trick us. Their argument continued, and their shouts grew louder and louder. Wall! Snake! Spear! Cow! Carpet! Rope! Stop shouting, called a very angry voice. It was the Rajah, awakened from his nap by the noisy argument. How can each of you be so certain you are right? Asked the ruler. The six blind men considered the question, and then, knowing the Rajah to be a very wise man, they decided to say nothing at all. The elephant is a very large animal, said the Rajah kindly. Each man touched only one part. Perhaps if you put the parts together, you will see the truth. Now, let me finish my nap in peace.
So, what is, and what is not? Who is, and who is not?
King Solomon, the wisest and richest man, who had done all his research, and he quoted,
The race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, nor bread to the wise, nor riches to men of understanding, nor favor to men of skill, but time and chance happen to them all. He also said, My son, pay attention to what I say, listen closely to my words. Do not let them out of your sight, keep them within your heart, for they are life to those who find them, and health to a man's whole body. Above all else, guard your heart, for out of it are the issues of life.
So, the issues of life between life and death, success and failure, prosperity and poverty, wow and oops. So, guard the heart, within the mind, with the word, that comes wisdom, knowledge and understanding.
The reverence of the beginning and the end is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the word is understanding.
Get wisdom. Get understanding. Do not forget, nor turn away from the words of my mouth.
Wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get wisdom. And in all your getting, get understanding. People perish for lack of knowledge, because they reject knowledge.
So, having accurate knowledge, from the definition in the word, is the cornerstone of correct understanding. In my journey here, I have seen directly and indirectly the defeat of many people. Death before his time, sickness, poverty, helplessness etc. have become a common thing that many people accept as a norm. The most disturbing is that these victims have no idea of what had happened, what started it, what is the cause. Even to the point of death or defeat they still have no idea of what is going on. To these days, we are still barking on the wrong tree. Oh! My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. My heart can no longer be quiet. This is the reason why I set my mind to impart this to those who care about how they want to live their life and treasure life rather than follow blindly tradition or what people say.
As such, many live as who they are not.
The two most important days in your life are the day you were born, and the day you find out why.
So, I pursue to live out these 2 days, and I found the reason. Therefore, make the right choice, and return to who you are. I am, that I am.